let's try this again now to take you to Accra in Ghana to get you the latest on developments on the presidential election there due to take place on the 7th of December. Agyeman-Rawlings, the wife of the late Jerry Rawlings, is forging ahead with her campaign. We get the latest now from our reporter on the ground in Ghana, Beatrice Adu. So, Beatrice, hopefully you can hear us this time. She's a journalist with Asaase Radio. Tell us about the front runners.
Great. Okay, so in this election, there are 12 presidential candidates, and there are 275 constituencies in Ghana already. And as the polls stand, I will just start with the polls. The polls are indicating that the incumbent government would win by 52.6%, and the incumbent government is for the New Patriotic Party. It's already been in power for 4 years. Now, the second on is the opposition candidate, that is John Mahama. The polls are suggesting he may be getting 45.7%. Now, this poll is the first of 2 polls that have been done in the country. The second was done by the University of Ghana, corroborating these facts that have come up. Now, ahead of the elections, there have been a number of events that have taken place, some being pockets of violence in some constituencies in the capital and the second biggest capital in the country. Now, because of that, the security agencies are on high alert. They've already identified over 300 hotspots, they call, in the country. And so they set up a national election security task force headed by the Inspector General of Police to ensure that things are well done. Now, if you're also familiar with elections in Ghana, there are a number of stakeholders that are involved, apart from the United States and other international agencies coming in to observe. The country has its own internal stakeholders like the National Peace Council. There's another one called CODEO. They are election observers, and a few other groups that have also come up to ensure that, for instance, the youth that are usually used to cause violence and mayhem are spoken with, so they are not used by politicians to cause violence either before or during the elections, which would happen in about just 1 week or after the polls. And so this is what has have generally been happening. Now, beyond these, recently, a couple of months ago, there were a group of young people who claimed that they wanted their independence from Ghana. One of them is the Western Togoland group, and they caused a lot of trouble in one of the regions of the country. Now, due to that, the National Security Ministry had a meeting with the opposition, that is the National Democratic Congress, to discuss that, and they have agreed that they are going to put in a number of measures to ensure the country does not escalate or go into violence after the elections. Now, just when you were talking shortly, you mentioned the flag bearer of the National Democratic Party, Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings. Although she's not in the top 3, because as of now, it is the incumbent followed by the opposition and another party, surprisingly, GUM, which has come to be in the 3rd position. She's not in any of them. There were some reports that she will be dropping out of the race because, as you may be aware, the husband who founded the biggest opposition party in Ghana, Jerry Rawlings, who also was a former president in the country, passed on the 12th of November. And so the rumor was that she was going to step out of the race due to the closeness of it to the elections. But just last week, on Monday, the party held a press conference saying that that is not the case at all. She is remaining in the race. And actually, they believe they are going to win, although according to the polls, they are not even in the first 3.
Thank you very much for that comprehensive update. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have, as we are a little bit tight. And of course, the former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, also wishing a peaceful transition into the next democratic takeover for Ghana, if you will, come the 7th of December. Beatrice Adu, journalist for Asaase Radio.